The goal is to actually have it be equal, going back and forth. But I would say that we probably have more Chinese coming here than Americans going to China.
I want to ask you about mutual travel trade. And what are some of the ideas you have for increasing travel between these two countries?
So one of the things that was talked about, 2016 was a tourism year with China. In 2015, President Obama and President Xi got together, recognizing the importance of travel and tourism, and decided that we wanted to dedicate a year to focusing on the economic and diplomatic benefits. One of the things they were very intrigued by was the exact same year was the 100-year anniversary of a national park system. If you think about it, China has equally amazing parks and resources like that, and they were very intrigued by that whole concept of a national park system. So I think in the back and forth dialogue as it relates to what we were able to offer them as a best practice or something that could really raise the level of opportunities that they have, that was one of the things they really focused on.
How do you sell, or how would you sell China to folks who haven't been there before? Because it has a lot more to offer than just the Great Wall of China or visiting Beijing, visiting Shanghai.
So we as Americans get all caught up in our 200+ years of history, and that's not even a hiccup in China. And so if you think about the Great Wall, you think about what China was for centuries before what we are, as everybody recognizes the United States. If I think about being a storyteller and all the things the stories I get to tell that are compelling, both history-wise and in the present, to have the opportunity to do that in China and with everything that they have to offer and in the diversity of like we said before, the geography and all the lifestyle interests, I think it's a plethora of opportunity. And I think they're just realizing that and realizing that economic benefit.
What would you like to see in the next year or two? You said you had a plan through 2020. What are you working on?
So as far as our goals and our growth, China is probably one of the major contributors to, we have a national travel and tourism strategy. Our goal is to welcome 100 million visitors and $250 billion in spend. Last year, we're at about 75 million. China is the largest outbound source market in the world. We are the #1 long-haul market for China, and we only have 6% of the travel market. So tremendous potential. Last year, as you said, we welcomed 3 million Chinese. That was record visitation. That was the 13th straight year of increases, and 12 of those years was double digits. So it has performed like no other market. So the Department of Commerce is suggesting that growth between 2016 and 2020 is going to be another 121% to over 6 million Chinese visitors. So our goal is to make sure that we hit those numbers and hopefully exceed those numbers.
Chris Thompson, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
All righty.